Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Clint Ritchie Gymnasium, for the 66th commencement ceremony of Sumner Memorial High School. My name is Ty Thurlow. I serve as principal here, and for tonight, I will be your host. Welcome to you all, parents, families, friends, community members, faculty, and staff, RSU 24 board members, and last but not least, Superintendent Eastman. Finally, and most importantly, welcome to the class of 2018 sitting before us this evening, and congratulations to you on this momentous achievement. It's my pleasure at this time to invite Madeline Bierman, class president, to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, thank you, Maddie. In order for this evening to occur, many individuals worked tirelessly to make this night possible and successful. So I have many thank yous to hand out tonight. First to Mrs. Kathy Johnson, our school secretary and administrative assistant, and Mr. Lazo, our assistant principal and athletic director. I want to thank these two for all their support, assistance, and patience during this busy week as they continued operations for our underclassmen. To our guidance department of Mrs. Domagala and Mrs. Null, thank you for the years of ongoing guidance and support. To Mr. Billy Tripp and Mrs. Melissa Merchant for preparing the gym and stage for this evening's festivities. To Mr. Lord and Mrs. Long, the senior class advisors, thank you for all your work with the graduation festivities as well as the upcoming project graduation. Thank you to juniors Ashley Church, Tara Flubacher, and Lauren Nault for serving as class marshals and class escorts respectively. A special thank you to senior Alexis Martin for putting together the slideshow, as well as Mr. Jamie Anderson for assisting in that endeavor. We'd like to also thank Mr. Holbrook, Mr. Billings, Mr. Andrews, and Mr. Tripp once more for their assistance with the lighting and the sound setup for graduation. I promise you we're almost done here. A special thanks to Mr. Ben Speed and the Hancock County Technical Center students who have joined us this evening to video our graduation festivities. Many thanks to our organist, Miss Michelle Doka. She has exhibited great patience with all of us as we have been practicing this week. And finally, I'd like to thank the faculty and staff of Sumner Memorial High School, as well as staff from the district and the grammar schools. They've been so important in guiding the students through these years. So faculty and staff from both Sumner and the district, would you please rise and be recognized for your efforts? Thank you. Without your dedication to the students of Sumner, evenings of celebration like tonight would not be possible. So thank you for all that you do for the young people of our region. I'm very fortunate to be able to address the class first. I will keep it brief, I promise, and there's no music, so you won't have to worry about any bad singing either. As I've been thinking about the journey that you have all been on these past dozen or so years, that journey that brings us together this evening, I've given a lot of thought. I've seriously contemplated breaking out into some journey and giving you a rousing rendition of Don't Stop Believing. Please be thankful that I chose otherwise. However, the reason I shied away from a song is really you're no longer on a journey. Your journey of high school graduation is nearly complete. But, and this is very important, so please remember, you are now on a quest. Each one of you is on their own individual quest, whether it's to obtain something that's long desired, something that is held sacred, or maybe something great. I am confident that through your time here at Sumner, you've been adequately prepared with the skills that will make you successful in whatever your quest may be. Therefore, as you venture away from Sumner, whether you are following in the footsteps of Shrek and Donkey on a whirlwind adventure to collect beautiful Fiona, or if perhaps you're just on a quest to Denny's in Ellsworth because you're hangry, may you always remember the journey, and may you never stop believing. All right, thank you. It's now my pleasure to introduce this year's second academically ranked student and the class of 2018 salutatorian, who has also achieved magna cum laude distinction. This is a young woman who has distinguished herself in the classroom and on the athletic field. She also served as president of the Sumner chapter of the National Honor Society this year. After checking with Mrs. Null and Mrs. Domagala, I believe that she has amassed more community service hours than any Sumner student in recent memory. She plans to attend the University of Maine in September with a major in international affairs. Please welcome the daughter of Dan and Brenda Bierman of Sorrento, Madeline Bierman.
Good evening, everyone. On behalf of the class of 2018, I would like to welcome all faculty, alumni, friends, family, and distinguished guests to the 66th commencement ceremony of Sumner Memorial High School. It's a great honor to have been chosen to speak tonight and to be given the opportunity to express our immense gratitude to our teachers, families, and community members who have shared with us their time, talent, and knowledge to guide us in our pursuit of academic success. Because of you, the Sumner class of 2018 stands before you proudly and ready to graduate. I had no idea how incredibly difficult it would be to try and encapsulate in a few short paragraphs all the things that made our time at Sumner so special. Was it the history of an aging but beloved school building, continuing traditions passed down from previous classes, our dedicated teachers and administrators? Perhaps we're what made our time at Sumner so special. The answer is, it was of course a perfectly blended mix of all of these. This school building we're sitting in now has been our home for 4 years. To students, Sumner is a place you always knew you were safe, free to respectfully share your thoughts and opinions, and a place to enjoy learning and build friendships. But if you look a little deeper, you'll find that Sumner is even more than this. It serves as the heart of our community by providing a place for friends and acquaintances to reconnect at an athletic event or school function. It's opened its doors to bid farewell to special members of our community and has also anchored my connection to Sumner when decades ago, my grandfather, a young man from Pennsylvania, who at the time was stationed at the former Navy base in Winter Harbor, met a young lady from Sorrento here in this very gym. I'm proud, as I'm sure my classmates are as well, to have our own chapter in the story of Sumner Memorial High School. Sumner isn't the largest or richest school in the area by any means, but I challenge you all to name another school that possesses a more dedicated staff. Being the very first class at Sumner to graduate with a proficiency-based education diploma did not come easily. Moving away from a traditional grading system was a big change, but our administrators and teachers were with us every step of the way. It was certainly a challenge, but ultimately allowed us to think creatively, challenge ideas, and work collaboratively with each other. While some may still remain skeptical, I've chosen to look at this experience as an opportunity for the class of 2018 to demonstrate how we react to change, adapt, get involved, and put our own twist on things, which in the end perhaps foreshadows what can be expected from us in the future, as we face the many changes coming our way. And while I'm certainly excited for my future, as I'm sure my classmates are as well, I can't help but feel a pang of sadness because I notice all the little things that I took for granted on a day-to-day basis that are going to be what I miss most. Sam Tracy reading the announcements, dropping into Mr. Campbell's to drink a ginger ale and talk, Mr. Hunnefeld reminding us that he almost likes us, seeing Mr. Lord at every single home game holding up a sign with all of our names on it cheering us on, and just walking down the hallways laughing with friends. I truly care for this school just as much as I care for the very special people in it. From my classmates to the faculty, each one played a part in shaping the person I am today, and I'm very thankful for that. Coming to the conclusion of our high school experience is a bit surreal. We will certainly miss the familiarity and security of our school, but can trust our years at Sumner Memorial High School have prepared us for what lies ahead. We'll embark sure-footed on our individual journeys, drawing wisdom from bonds with favorite teachers and strength from special friendships with classmates. And the best way we graduates can show our gratitude is to make the most of the opportunities we'll be presented with after we depart Sumner. Because at the end of the day, it's not about what we have done at Sumner Memorial High School, but what we will go on to do as Sumner Memorial alumni. So graduates, I leave you with this piece of advice from Steve Jobs. Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your own inner voice. And most important, have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. They somehow already know what you truly want to become. Everything else is secondary. Congratulations, class of 2018. Thank you.
Thank you, Maddie. It's now my pleasure to introduce our first commencement speaker. Mr. Stephen Munger, PhD, is a geneticist at the Jackson Laboratory in Bar Harbor. I will not attempt to explain to you exactly what Mr. Munger does. My articulation in the sciences really do not extend that far, so I'll leave that to him. Mr. Munger grew up in a small town in Michigan and graduated from a similarly small high school, much akin to our home here at Sumner. Mr. Munger then attended both the University of Michigan and Duke University for his undergraduate, graduate, and doctoral degrees. He has been published in numerous scientific journals for his research and has received many awards for his work. Please help me welcome Mr. Stephen Munger to the podium.
How do you follow Maddie? That was fantastic. Congratulations. Couldn't imagine doing that when I was 18, let alone 41. Thank you for the kind introduction. And first of all, let me extend my congratulations to you, the Sumner class of 2018. And I want to thank you, Mr. Thurlow, and the administration for inviting me, an outsider from Michigan, to speak to you tonight. It is a humbling honor to stand before you. My name is Steve Munger, and I'm just some guy who grew up in a small town like you, got a few breaks along the way, and I'm now living a life I could have never dreamed as a genetics professor leading my own research group at the Jackson Labs on MDI. It's been 23 years since I stood in your same position in 1995. It seems like yesterday. It goes by quick. In a small high school gym like this, 1,000 miles away from here in a small farm town of Beaverton, Michigan, population 1,071. And yes, our mascot was the beaver. Go Beavers. And there were a lot of jokes, trust me. And I still remember that day, that feeling of joy and accomplishment that you're probably feeling right now. Savor that feeling. You've worked hard to make it this far, and you deserve to be celebrated. What I've realized in the 2 decades since my own high school graduation is that these formal celebrations become few and far between as you get older. And it will be up to you to stand back from time to time and recognize the hard work you have put in to achieve your goals. The 53 of you that we celebrate tonight will set off on different paths. 3 of you plan to devote your lives to protecting us in our country by entering the service. As you can see, you have our gratitude for making that commitment. I hope that you get to travel the world. I ask that you represent a positive reflection of our American values in your interactions with people in other countries. And I think we all pray that you return unharmed and enriched by your experience. About half of you plan to go to college, and after 13 straight years of school, you're ready to commit another 2 or 4 years to pursue a profession. I wish you the best of luck, and I encourage you to follow your interests and don't be afraid to change your major. For me, school was always my refuge from the craziness of my real world. But they finally made me stop going after 23 years, and I don't recommend going for 23 years. Okay, so about a third or more of you plan to enter the trades in the workforce, and many of you will apply the valuable skills you've learned here and at HTCC to build a lucrative career. You have my respect, and I encourage you to continually work to develop your skills to make yourself and your time more valuable. The more skills you have, the more job security you will have. And I'm sure at least a few of you aren't quite sure what you want to do after tonight. And trust me, I still feel that way at least once a day. And I worked at many different jobs before going back to school and pursuing research. My only advice to you is to always be doing something, anything. As long as you're doing something, you're developing skills and experience that will be helpful wherever you end up. Don't be embarrassed about not having a 10-year plan right now in place. Don't be afraid to change your mind and try something else. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. But please, please, pretty please, Don't wait until you're sure you've found your calling. Start doing something today. Very few people receive divine inspiration or a calling, and most of us have to find our way in life by trying and doing. You are all entering a world that is rapidly changing, and that can be both good but also daunting. The internet has made the world much smaller, and it provides you with opportunities for graduates from small rural schools like this one that were probably not available to your parents 20 or 30 years ago. But that said, as someone who grew up in a small town just like this and was lucky enough to find and take advantage of some of those opportunities, I want to be frank and brutally honest with you tonight. The world we live in is not fair, and you will face some challenges and lack some opportunities that kids who grow up in more affluent areas take for granted. Growing up in my small town, I didn't know many college graduates aside from my teachers. I didn't know what an engineer or a computer scientist did, and I didn't have access to college prep classes like calculus. Even though I had great teachers like these who did the best they could to prepare me despite limited resources, I still entered college way behind most students coming from bigger schools that had 30 advanced placement credits. Many of those students would go on to get prestigious summer internships at a top company because their professional mom or dad knew somebody and had a contact here or there. For those kids, opportunities presented themselves. They didn't have to go look for them. While they were taking steps I didn't know I needed to take, I was working summers at an amusement park, at bowling alleys, at restaurants, many places not connected with science. When I graduated from college, I still had no clue what I wanted to do. And when I finally stumbled into some opportunities and met people who helped me climb the ladder, I was 5 years behind my friends from affluent families and communities. The truth is, you may face similar challenges coming from this small community. So don't kid yourself. Go out into this world with clear eyes. You will have to work harder to find some of those opportunities. You didn't get to choose the circumstances of your birth or your life thus far. I grew up poor with a deadbeat dad who was in and out of jail, and truthfully, those childhood circumstances are probably why I was asked to talk to you tonight. I've been brought here to show you that it is possible to overcome those circumstances to achieve your dreams, and to convince you that success awaits you too. But the truth is that some kids grow up with advantages and a level of security, and they can screw up continually and still get that cushy internship and that high-paying job. Coming from Sumner, or in my case from Beaverton, Michigan, you probably don't have many of those advantages, and you don't have the same room for error. If you remember one thing from this boring speech tonight, I hope it is this. Every day from this day forward, you will have to make the same important decision that takes many forms. Will I be a victim of my circumstances, or will I learn from them and work to rise above them? Will I be an asset to my community, or will I take from my neighbors? Will I strive to contribute to the common good today, or will I just take up space and oxygen? Every one of you probably has 100 good excuses to say no, or to take it easy, or to even give up. Take a look at the adults around you, even though it's dark. We're going to pretend it's light. This may come as a shock to you, I know, but none of us out here are perfect, and even your parents aren't perfect. Everyone here tonight is dealing with their own difficult circumstances, their own problems, their own frustrations and fears, and we're all dealing with our own angels and demons. This is what adulthood looks like, and frankly, adulthood can be very tedious. We all face that same decision every day, and some days I just want to bury my head in my pillow, pretend the world doesn't exist, and throw myself a pity party. But for 18 years, your parents made those difficult decisions every day to not let themselves be victims, to work hard and to add to their Sumner community. And you guys, with your caps and gowns on tonight, are proof of their efforts. Make sure you thank your parents for making the tough choice every day. What I've learned over the past 20 years is that there are two groups of people. The world is divided into people that make the tough decision every day and make the extra effort, and those that don't. The world is divided between people who see themselves as victims of circumstance and those who seek to be victors over their circumstance. It has nothing to do with people's incomes or their genders or their race or whether they came from a small town or a big city. Some people go out of their way to treat others with respect, regardless of whether it is their boss, their spouse, their waiter or waitress, or their cashier at Shaw's. They try to make the lives of those around them a little better in their daily words and actions. They make the small effort to return their shopping cart to the carousel rather than leave it by their parking space. Please be one of those people. Make the decision each day to improve your community. And trust me, even those little things, when done by many people, accumulate and they make a real difference to your community. Finally, take comfort in knowing that this daily struggle is not yours alone to bear. We all face that same difficult decision, and know that some days we all fall short of the bar and we all bury our head in our pillows. Don't be afraid to make mistakes, to change your mind, to try and fail. And please don't be afraid to ask for help when you need it. You have one amazing advantage that many graduates from other places don't have. You grew up in this small, tight-knit, supportive community. Wherever you go tomorrow, I hope you never forget where you come from and that this will always be your home and everyone here will always be your extended family. If you take a chance, try something hard and fail, don't hang your head in shame and don't avoid your Sumner community. This extended family will always be here to support you, to lift you up when you've fallen, to give you another chance, and to celebrate your victories and mourn your loss. Even though I live 1,000 miles away here in Down East Maine, I will always be a Beaverton Beaver. My roots and my rock are in the middle of Michigan, and you will always be a Sumner Tiger. Let these beautiful harbors outside these doors and the rolling hills be your roots, giving you the strength to grow and to take a chance in life. And let them be your rock, to be a source of constancy and support that you can return to when the outside world becomes just too chaotic. Tonight, we celebrate your hard work that has gotten you to this moment. Graduation is a significant achievement. Tomorrow, you will wake up and have to make that difficult, seemingly small, but very consequential decision. And I want you to know that all of us here tonight are rooting for you today, tomorrow, and every day after that. You will face significant challenges, but you will not face them alone. I wish you the best of luck and the strength to make that difficult decision. Congratulations, Sumner Class of 2018.
All right, thank you, Mr. Munger, for your inspiring remarks. It's now my pleasure to introduce our second and final commencement speaker, Mrs. Dorothy, or Dottie as most of you know her. Mrs. Dorothy Small grew up in Sullivan, just a few miles from where we sit tonight. Graduating in 1974 from Sumner, Mrs. Small turned her sights toward a career in law enforcement. As a result of her perseverance, she became the first female law enforcement officer in Hancock County. Since that time, she has paved the way for numerous other positions in law enforcement to be held by women. Moreover, Mrs. Small has committed her life to educating people regarding the law and helping keep our area communities safe. Detective Small has been with the Ellsworth Police Department since 1981 and is soon looking forward to a well-deserved retirement. Please help me welcome Detective Small to the podium.
Thank you. Good evening. For those of you that didn't catch that, I'm Dottie. I'm Dottie Small. The uniform probably shows you that I'm a police officer with the Ellsworth Police Department, but most of all, I am a very proud graduate of the Sumner Memorial High School. I want to thank the 2018 graduating class for asking me to speak here tonight. I also want to say that you showed great ingenuity because not only did you get a guest speaker, you got a uniformed police officer that you don't have to pay for. I was able to come visit with the class officers last month, and I learned about proficiency-based evaluations. And when I think about that, that is real life. That is what you are going to see in the real world. Whether you enter college, the workforce, the military, or you become self-employed, you are going to be evaluated on your performance on an individual basis. I'm sure that many of you have thought a lot about your future, and I don't want to repeat what others have said here tonight, but I want to share with you what I call Dottie's top 10 suggestions for a long and healthy life. You need to know this won't take more than an hour. And you do also need to know I have a taser. It has a pretty good range. First one of you that nods off. Okay. So number 10, I feel like Johnny Carson. Know your strengths and weaknesses and use that to your advantage. The last 4 years should have guided you to know a lot about how you tick, how you learn, how you think. If you are interested in history, but you don't like children, don't become a history teacher. You may consider political science, political strategy, research, something like that. If you adore children and the thought of an office job makes you break out in hives, you may open a daycare. If you fall asleep looking at numbers and you pay for 4 years in college to become an accountant, you will be well rested, but you will never find a job. Learn your strengths, work to overcome your weaknesses, and find your niche. Remember, work is only work if you don't enjoy it. Number 9, and your parents are going to like this, be financially responsible. Plan ahead. Spend on what you need before you spend on what you want. I am sure there are many of us here, myself included, that are still making payments on a credit card for something that we really thought we needed 20 years ago that we didn't need after 2 weeks. If you work and earn what you have, you will find that it will matter more to you. No one is ever going to give you something for nothing. You may not believe it, but you do not have a relative in Outer Mongolia that is going to leave you $1 zillion, and all you have to do is give them a bank account number. Work for what you have. Be proud of what you do. Stuff isn't important. Life is important. Number 8, set goals. Tonight you have attained a goal, a very important goal. You will be a high school graduate. Some of you may go on to college, some may enter the workforce, some of you don't have a clue what you want to do with your lives. I didn't become a police officer until I was 30. I worked at Dunkin' Donuts. I entered the workforce right out of high school. After Dunkin' Donuts, I became a pharmacy aide at Laverdier's. You see how this progresses? Donuts, drugs, cop. When you reach a goal, set another goal. Your future is just beginning. If you think about it, you have only lived, hopefully, 15 to 20% of your lives. Your goals don't have to be giant and unreachable. It simply needs to motivate you to move forward. The future is what your future is what you will make it, and goals will help you achieve it. If your goal is to graduate college, work to achieve that. Join the service, work to achieve your best and to come home safe. Work to enter the workforce, do the best at what you're doing. When that is accomplished, set another goal. When we stop trying, life gets hard. Number 7 is learn all that you can learn. You may not believe this, but your parents, your grandparents, your younger sisters and brothers, friends, neighbors, everybody you know all have skills and experiences that they can share and that you can learn from. I guess what I mean is that you never stop learning in life. Don't overlook someone that can help you. Take time to listen. Don't be so fast to share what you know that you don't hear what they say. And don't ever be afraid to say, I don't know what you're saying, explain it to me. Number 6, and I believe that you've heard this before tonight, but don't be afraid to fail. As an adult, and those of you that aren't will be very soon, we don't want you to be hurt or sad. People don't like to lose. It's hard. It hurts your feelings. But you know as well as I do that everyone can't win, and losing makes you stronger. It will make you try harder. It will help you succeed. Admit your mistakes and don't be afraid to fail, because what that really means is you tried something new. It doesn't matter your age, your gender, your race, or your skill level. Trying something new may help you find your passion in life. Number 5 is my favorite. Remember how to play and laugh. Take time off. Life is high stress, no matter what your age. You need to unplug and enjoy your family, friends, and your life. We are an instant digital society. Stress and pressure is at your fingertips. I bet there's a lot of cell phones under those gowns. No one on their deathbed ever said, I need to check my email. I have a deadline to meet. The regrets you will have is not spending time with your children, family, and friends. Take care of you, unplug, and play. Number 4 is give back to your community. Some of you may already have your bags packed and your car running because you want to leave a small town. Others of you plan to stay here and have your lives in Down East Maine. I made it 14 miles to Ellsworth, out of East Sullivan. And I would not live anywhere else in this world. Some of you don't have a clue what you're going to do with the rest of your life, and that's okay. While you're deciding, become a part of whatever community that you're part of. Join groups, give of yourself and your time and volunteer. Many of you have already done community services hours and volunteering, and you know how rewarding that is. Learn CPR, learn how to use an AED, become a firefighter, volunteer to drive someone to a doctor's appointment, become a selectman, planning board member, city councilor, or a million other things. Become a part of your community and help make life better for others. It will make life better for you. Number 3 is be kind. It seems really simple, but treat others the way that you want to be treated. Be kind, be compassionate. No one has ever said, he treated me like crap my whole life, I'm going to give him a kidney. It's not going to happen. Seriously, if you think of all the bad things that people have done, all the horrendous tragedies that have been committed, the root is people were treated poorly. Perhaps you can be the person that changes that saves somebody from doing something like that. Simply by saying, I'm sorry, I was wrong. What can I do to fix that? Forgiveness is a good thing. Forgive yourself and forgive others. We're down to the top 2, and you can get your diplomas and I'll shut up. Number 2 is be honest. This is the cop in me. Be honest with others, be honest with yourselves. Now, I don't mean to ignore number 3 and be kind. If I ask if this uniform makes me look fat, you best say no. Come up with something positive. Don't let a little lie snowball into something you lose control of. You learned as a child, and you will always remember that as long as you tell the truth, you're not going to be in as much trouble. It's true in the real world. There will be consequences for mistakes, absolutely. Many jobs out there, especially law enforcement, if you lose your credibility, you lose yourself. Face the consequences of a poor choice. Don't beat yourself up on it forever and move on to the next challenge. Finally, number 1, respect others, and most of all, respect yourself. Each of you is an individual. You are amazing. You all have strengths. You all have weaknesses. Treat yourself with respect. Treat your body with respect. Cut yourself a break. I taught DARE for 10 years. That's what you're hearing here as the DARE officer. Alcohol and drugs will not change you. They will not change if you don't like your nose, if you don't like your shape. Cut yourself a break. You are beautiful just the way you are. Everyone in life needs three things for a healthy, normal life. They need to be loved and to have people that care about them. They need to be recognized for what they do, and they need to be treated with respect. I've been involved in law enforcement for 37 years as of August 10th, and treating people with respect has served me well. I have had people that I have had to arrest that because I was a woman they wouldn't hit me, but that I have treated them with respect, called them ma'am and sir, and they've gotten in my police car without spitting on me. That works. Just because someone does something wrong doesn't mean they're a bad person. It means they made a poor choice. Treating them with respect will allow them to continue on and to try to do better, especially yourself. In closing, I am proud to be a graduate of Sumner Memorial High School, and I have to share that of the 16 members of the Ellsworth Police Department, 25% of us are Sumner Memorial High School graduates. Chief Mosier, the Chief of Police, Lieutenant Harold Page, who I graduated with in 1974, Corporal Sean Merchant, and myself. And out of 16, I knew that was 25%. I learned that at Sumner High School. No other school can prepare you for the next 80% of your life any better than Sumner. Who you are, your morals, your attitudes, and your biases, your common sense and your abilities have all been with you since kindergarten. This is your foundation, and your foundation is strong. Your future is what you make it. My final words to you all, stay safe. Thank you.
Thank you, Detective Small. Could we get one more round of applause for our three commencement speakers? All right, we're going to move into the second portion of our evening, the presentation of the diplomas to the students and the presentation of the class to you and our superintendent. At this time, I'd like to invite Superintendent Eastman and Mr. Steve Bellier to the stage for the presentation of the diplomas. This year, the class of 2018 decided to honor another Sumner staff member who is retiring after a long career of bringing out the best in students and colleagues. I made a promise to Mr. Bellier I wouldn't make fun of the lack of hair on his head, but I think I just broke that promise. Mr. Bellier has taught nearly every subject throughout his career here at Sumner, but more importantly, Mr. Bellier has touched the lives of many students, many of whom are being recognized tonight, and many who have come before us. As he ends his career at Sumner, it's fitting that he can walk our students off stage with their diplomas. So at this time, I'd like to invite Superintendent Eastman to the podium to deliver some remarks before we move to the awarding of the diplomas.
Mr. Munger, Detective Small, and Maddie, there's no way I could possibly top what you all brought forward tonight. I spent a good part of my day in my office worried sick about what to say, and quite honestly, you all encapsulated exactly what I wanted to say. I started working at Sumner High School. I began as a student teacher back in 1992 or 3, somewhere in there. And I have to tell you, from the moment I walked through the doors, there was always something special about this school. And tonight is a clear example of how special this school is and how the community turns out and how we have alumni come back and community members come back and really share powerful messages that make sense. And of course, what I have to say, they've already pretty much covered. So I will be brief and on top of it. Good evening. First, congratulations and job well done to the class of 2018. A few words before we get on with the diploma presentations. I want to take a moment to thank the very important people that helped to get you, the class of 2018, to this very significant milestone. Parents and guardians, thank you for the hard work and commitment and the love and support you provided to our graduates to get them here tonight. Without you, this night would not be possible. To the faculty, staff, and the leadership at Sumner, your hard work, support, and encouragement with the class of 2018 are greatly appreciated. Coming from within the school system, having served as the principal of the Peninsula School and now the superintendent, I've had the privilege of observing the class of 2018 from near and afar. In addition to my own observations, I've had numerous conversations with adults that have worked with them on a daily basis. It is evident that this group of young men and women have grown and matured into fine young adults. I firmly believe that the potential of this group is unlimited, and I'm excited to see how they will impact our community, our state, and our world. Telling for me were the speeches on class night. T, Mrs. Long, Mr. Lord, and Mr. Campbell were all very clear in their messages that there is a love for this group and among this group. There is a special bond that exists among you, and that comes from working together and supporting each other for the past 4+ years. Treasure that. Remember that specialness and carry it forward with you in your future. As for advice, although not necessarily profound, I have the following to offer. And it's common with some of the things that have been said. Life is not easy. As you find your way through the next couple of years and beyond, expect challenges. But meet those challenges head on, keep your focus on your future, and you will persevere. Second, tell those people that are special to you that you love them. As your parents or guardians, we can never hear those words enough. Touch base with them so that they know you're alive, and lean on them when those challenging times come upon you. Lastly, have fun. Life is too short. No matter what, make the best out of every day, having fun doing what you love and enjoy doing. Please know that I'm extremely proud of your accomplishments, and I wish you nothing but the best for your future. As superintendent, I represent RSU 24 and its board of directors in saying congratulations and best of luck to you. Mr. Thurlow, have the students of the class of 2018 met the proficiency-based diploma graduation requirements set forth by the State Department of Education and the Regional School Unit 24?
Thank you, Mr. Eastman. Yes, the members of the class of 2018 before you have met all state and district requirements to be awarded their proficiency-based diplomas.
Excellent. Let's waste no time and get to service on.
So let us begin. First off, Madeline Grace Bierman. Daughter of Dan and Brenda Bierman of Sorrento, Maddie has participated in soccer, basketball, and softball during her time at Sumner. She has served as the National Honor Society's president. Her volunteer efforts are varied with helping with the Special Olympics, organizing and helping with the Red Cross blood drives, and soccer play days, to mention just a few. Therapon Jangma. Son of Nui and Matthew Johnson of Winter Harbor, T has participated in soccer, indoor, and outdoor track. He has been the treasurer of the National Honor Society this year. He has also been involved in the performing arts with participation in the fall musicals and show choir. He will be attending the University of Southern Maine, majoring in English. Adriana Valencia Yungo. Daughter of Elio Valencia and Rosalba Yungo of Sullivan, Adriana has participated in volleyball for her 4 years at Sumner. She is our Mitchell Scholar and will be attending Husson University with a major in business administration and is considering a law degree with a concentration in immigration law. Nicholas Ryan Jafrida. Son of Stephen and Sandra Jafrida of Gouldsboro, Nick has served many hours with the after-school program as a volunteer. His goal since entering high school has been to join the military. He will be entering the United States Air Force with a concentration in cybersecurity. Jacob Robert Kempe. Nephew of Shane and Barbara Wallace of Franklin, Jacob has participated in soccer, track and field, and tennis. He has also been a member of show choir. He has been accepted at Husson University with a major in business for the fall. Bailey Jane Beers. Daughter of Sean and Melinda Beers of Franklin and Stephanie Beers of Ellsworth, and granddaughter of Rosemary Nelligan, also of Ellsworth. Bailey joined our Sumner family in the middle of her sophomore year. She quickly became part of school fabric and has become part of a duo that we fondly call the Baileys. She has attended HCTC's early childhood education program and will continue those studies at the University of Maine in Farmington this fall. Bailey Nicole Collins. Daughter of Paula Collins and the late Lance Collins of Franklin. She is the other half of the famous The Baileys. She has attended HCTC for the past 2 years in the early childhood education program. She will continue those studies at the University of Maine at Farmington in September. Lucas Wayne Campbell. Son of Vernon and Beverly Campbell of Sullivan, Lucas has participated in cross-country as well as indoor and outdoor track. He can often be found sailing Frenchman's Bay on a summer day. At this time, Lucas will be joining the workforce with the goal of college attendance in the future. Warren Hall Higgins. Son of Luke and Christy Higgins of Sullivan, Warren has participated in cross-country along with indoor and outdoor track. He has also participated on the school math team and has served as a team captain. He will be entering the University of Maine at Orono with a major in mechanical engineering with a concentration in aerospace. Andrea Rose Knapp. Daughter of Kip and Patty Knapp of Franklin, Andrea has participated in volleyball and has been a member of the Sumner Show Choir. She was our recipient of the Phi Beta Kappa Academic Award as she was recognized for exceptional academic achievement, and she is graduating with the distinction of summa cum laude and has been named the Class of 2018 valedictorian. Andrea will be attending the University of Maine at Orono in the fall with an undeclared major. Samantha Rose Bagley. Daughter of Troy and Dondi Bagley of Sullivan, she has been a 4-year member of the volleyball team and has been involved with the Sumner Show Choir and the fall musicals. The Sage Student Award from Sage College was given to Samantha as she was recognized for being an exceptional high school student who was engaged in her community. She will be attending Husson University in the fall, majoring in mass communications with a concentration in journalism. Samuel Ray Leach. Son of Diane Kennedy and Russell Leach of Steuben, Sam has attended Hancock County Technical Center for the past 2 years in the Biomedical Research Support Program. He was a member of the soccer team during his freshman year, and Sam will be attending the University of New England in Biddeford with a major in medical biology. Amelia May Arnett. Daughter of Chris Arnett and Maggie Hammond of Winter Harbor, Amelia is a quiet, reserved young woman who likes to read and enjoys writing. She was a member of the mock trial team, and she has been accepted at the University of Southern Maine, majoring in psychology. Isaac Taylor Carter. Son of Shannon Carter of Sullivan and Danny Carter Jr. of Franklin, Isaac loves movies and music. We will miss hearing him sing during lunch in the cafeteria. He also has enjoyed several art classes during his time at Sumner. Isaac will be entering the Exploration program at Down East Horizons. You can see why we'll miss Isaac. Willow Ann Thomas. Daughter of Marty and Nina Crockett of Gouldsboro. She is a compassionate person who always cares about others. Willow has expressed an interest in taking classes at the University Center in Ellsworth this fall. For now, she will be entering the workforce. Caitlin Elizabeth Cloutier. Daughter of Marty and Nina Crockett of Gouldsboro, Caitlin has been a 4-year member of the Sumner Chorus program. Caitlin is an extremely compassionate person who always looks out for the benefit of others. She will be joining the workforce after graduation. Brandon James Grinnan. Son of Veronica and Joseph Grinnan of Sullivan, Brandon has participated in soccer and tennis during his time at Sumner. He has been a vital participant in the grammar school soccer playdays each fall. Brandon will be attending the University of Maine, majoring in computer science. Jason Lawrence Jacobs. Son of Stacy and Justin Landine of Gouldsboro, he spends much of his free time working. He can be found on the local flats digging a worm tide. Jason has been striving to be physically fit as he intends to enter the United States Marine Corps after graduation. Kevin Timothy Lamoureux. Son of Sean and Susan Lamoureux of Sullivan, Kevin has participated in soccer. He has received his scuba diving certification, and he hopes to attend college in the fall of 2019, pursuing a career as a game warden. For now, he will be entering the workforce. Cody Jerome Brooks. Son of Sherry Brooks of Gouldsboro and Kevin and Billy Joe Brooks, also of Gouldsboro. He has been a member of the Pathways program and participated in the United Technology Center welding program in Bangor. Cody completed an early college course at the University of Maine at Machias in English composition. He will be entering the fishing industry full-time after graduation. Devin Robert Zareen. Son of Anthony and Kathy Zareen Franklin, Devin has been a member of the Pathways program. He has earned his scuba diving certification and worked many hours on the shellfish conservation effort. He will be entering the workforce after graduation. Joshua Ross Crocker. Son of G. Ross Crocker of Franklin, Josh has been a member of the Pathways program. He has been a member of the soccer, indoor, and outdoor track programs as well. Josh worked many hours on the shellfish conservation effort with Gouldsboro and Steuben. He will be attending Thomas College, majoring in criminal justice this fall. Nathan Alexander Formby. Son of Tim and Kim Formby of Steuben, Nathan has been a 4-year member of the soccer team. He has also attended the Bridge program through Hancock County Technical Center, earning early college credits while enrolled in the carpentry program. Nathan will be entering Great Bay Community College in the fall, pursuing a career in the criminal justice field. Alexis Marie Martin. Daughter of Joan Ray of Steuben and Raymond Martin of Gouldsboro, Alexis has been a 4-year member of the cheering team and the Sumner Show Choir. She is also a member of the National Honor Society. Alexis has taken advantage of the visual arts program, enrolling in many art classes during her time here. She will be entering Manchester Community College in Connecticut in the fall, majoring in visual fine arts. Robert Brian Correa. Son of Melissa Harrington of Winter Harbor, Robert has participated in soccer during his time at Sumner. He has been a member of the Pathways program, earning his scuba diving certification, as well as participating in the United Technology Center's welding program. Robert will be entering the workforce upon graduation. Gabriella Lynn Richardson. Daughter of Michelle Adato of Steuben, Gabby has participated in soccer, cheering, and outdoor track. She has also been a member of the competitive show choir group for 4 years. She will be attending the University of Southern Maine, majoring in the psychology program. Lance Eastman Rush. Son of Dan and Tammy McLaughlin of Franklin, Lance has participated in indoor and outdoor track. He is a quiet and reserved young man who has worked hard to earn his honor cords. Lance will be entering the United States Air Force with a concentration in cybersecurity. Brandon Carl Worcester. Son of Sarah and Jamie Liscombe of Winter Harbor and Alvin Worcester of Sullivan, Brandon has taken full advantage of the industrial arts program while at Sumner in both the wood and metal components. He will be entering the workforce upon graduation. Austin Daniel Rummel. Son of April and Fred Rummel of Franklin, he has been a member of the indoor track team as well as the tennis team. Austin has been a member of Hancock County Technical Center's program working in the early childhood program. He will be entering the workforce after graduation. Leah Kathleen McGraw. Granddaughter of Willie Johnston of Gouldsboro, Leah has attended Hancock County Technical Center studying in the Biomedical Research Support Program. She has worked hard to graduate with honor status. Leah will be entering the workforce upon graduation. Malcolm Forrest Perry. Son of James and Annie Perry of Gouldsboro, Malcolm has participated in basketball and baseball. If you have ever attended a home Sumner basketball game, you have witnessed firsthand how much the student body cares about Malcolm. His entry into the game would bring the student section to their feet cheering. He was definitely one of the fan favorites. Malcolm will be entering the fishing industry full-time upon graduation. Tyler Maynard Rice. Son of Melissa Rogers of Prospect Harbor and Dana Rice of Birch Harbor. Tyler has been a member of the Pathways program. He has earned his scuba diving certification. He has been a 4-year member of the boys basketball team, and he will be entering the fishing industry full-time upon graduation. Hunter Allen Clement. Son of Kendra Clement of Gouldsboro, Hunter is a member of the Pathways program and has earned his scuba diving certification, his mooring inspection certification, as well as has attended the United Technology Center for a welding course. Hunter will be entering the fishing industry upon graduation. Mariah Nicole Kinghorn. Daughter of Mary Willie of Cherryfield and Ben Kinghorn of Steuben. She is also the granddaughter of Steve and Adeline Kinghorn of Steuben. Mariah has participated in soccer and basketball. She has also been a member of the Pathways program and has earned her CNA certification through the RSU 24 Adult Education Program. She will be working in the CNA field upon graduation. Natalie Marie Rhoda. Daughter of Michelle and Michael Pinkham of Sullivan and Chris Rhoda of Ellsworth. She is a member of the Pathways program. She has earned her ServSafe certification and has successfully completed a college course at the University of Maine, Machias. Natalie will be attending Central Maine Community College pursuing a medical coding certificate. Lillian Ray Young. Daughter of Teresa Gonmi of Steuben and Bruce Young of Gouldsboro. Lillian has been a 4-year member of the cheerleading team. She has also participated in outdoor track. She has been one of the driving forces behind the publication of the Spindrift yearbook this year. Lillian will be attending the University of Maine Machias, majoring in psychology. Yep. Kyle E. Jordan. Son of Stephen Jordan of Gouldsboro, Kyle is always willing to extend a helping hand. Mr. Campbell states that he is a solid member of any group work that occurs in the classroom. He has been a tremendous help with our big events, always willing to lend a hand to our custodial and maintenance crew. Kyle will be entering the workforce upon graduation, but hopes to enter the military in the future. Delaney Grace Warren. Daughter of Roy and Billy Joe Warren of Franklin. She has been a 4-year member of the volleyball team. She has also worked very hard on this year's Spindrift yearbook. Delaney will be entering Eastern Maine Community College, majoring in pre-nursing with the goal of becoming a nurse in the future. Gregory Hayes Keenan. Son of John Keenan of Sullivan and the late Mary Donnelly, Greg has been a manager for the soccer team, the ultimate Sumner fan at basketball games, and a member of the baseball team. Greg is a true blue Sumner Tiger. We will miss his school spirit next year. Greg will be attending the University of Maine with a major in journalism. Jordan DeForest Piper. Son of Jamie Piper of Franklin and Tanya Beal of Ellsworth, Jordan has been a member of the boys soccer team and volunteered many hours for the Sumner Soccer Playday. He has attended the welding program at Bucksport High School through Hancock County Technical Center. He will be continuing those studies at Beal College in the fall. Caden Isaiah Quinn. Son of Suzanne Harmon of Sullivan, Caden has participated in soccer, basketball, and baseball. He has attended the law enforcement program at Hancock County Technical Center. He has also been an active member of the Sullivan Fire Department. Caden plans to continue his firefighting training through the Fire Academy, as well as obtain an EMT certification. Logan Philip Jordan. Son of David Jordan of Gouldsboro and Marla Jordan of Franklin. He has attended the welding program at Bucksport High School through Hancock County Technical Center. I am sure we will find him fishing his traps this summer and for many years to come. He will be attending Beal College in the fall to continue his welding studies. Joshua Aaron Bamford. Son of Norman and Brad Bamford of Sullivan and Veronica Connors of Steuben, Josh has been involved in the visual performing arts department. You might say that Joshua is all things musical at Sumner. He has written and directed his own one-act play. He has also been a cast member in the fall musicals and a member of the show choir. Josh is taking a gap year and will apply for college next fall with the goal of becoming a music teacher one day. Gwyneth Catherine Ash. Daughter of Jennifer Ash of Franklin, Gwen is always seen with a smile on her face. She is a definite academic who has a goal of becoming a teacher. She is well liked and respected by the staff and students at Sumner. Gwen was the recipient of our additional Mitchell Scholarship, which is a great honor. She will be attending the University of Maine at Farmington, pursuing a degree in education. Jordan Lee Benoit. Daughter of Marie Delory of Hancock, Jordan was a member of the mock trial team and found a passion for law in this activity. She also has a great social conscience and is not willing to be a silent bystander. Jordan will be attending the University of Southern Maine, majoring in political science with the goal of becoming a lawyer. Hannah Marie Whalen. Daughter of Roy and Celeste Whalen of Sullivan, Hannah has attended Hancock County Technical Center and the Bridge program for the past 2 years. She has earned her CNA certificate, her CRMA certificate, and has earned 24 college credits. She has done everything she could do to prepare for the rigors of college and the medical profession. She will be attending the University of New England, majoring in medical biology with the goal of becoming a medical doctor. Dr. Hannah Whalen has kind of a nice ring. Samuel Bedford Tracy. Son of Paul and Melissa Tracy of Gouldsboro, Sam has participated in golf and tennis. He has also been the voice of Sumner for the past 3 years. He has emceed Tiger Pride assemblies, senior send-offs, and has been a huge presence at many of our home games. I am sure one day I will turn on the radio and Sam will be there broadcasting a game somewhere. He will be attending NESCOM at Husson University in the fall, majoring in radio broadcasting. Bryce Riley Wilbur. Son of Ronnie Wilbur of Sullivan and Stacy Sinclair, also of Sullivan, Bryce has a passion for all things outdoors. He can often be found under the hood of a car or truck as he works to make them run a little better and sometimes even a little faster. Bryce completed the auto technology program at HCTC. He will be entering the workforce upon graduation. Marissa Simone Marshall. Daughter of Amy and Billings of Franklin, Marissa came to our Sumner family her junior year from Iowa. It is not easy to enter any school in the middle of your high school years, but Marissa quickly became part of the school, making friends as she joined her classes. We are happy to call her a Sumner Tiger. She has been accepted to the University of Maine, but has decided to take a gap year before beginning in the following September. Joseph Steierman. son of Stephanie Steierman of Hancock and brother Marcel of Connecticut. Yossi also joined us his junior year. It is difficult to enter a high school and break into established groups and teams. However, Yossi did and became an impactful player on both the basketball and baseball teams. He represented Sumner at the PVC senior game in Guilford this past winter. Yossi, we are very proud to call you a Sumner Tiger. He will be attending Eastern Maine Community College in the fall, pursuing business. Georgia Lynn Cannell. Daughter of William Cannell of Hancock, Georgia came to us her senior year from Ellsworth High School. She has been part of the Early College for Me program with the community college system. She has decided to enter the workforce upon graduation. Sean James Archer. Son of Deanna Workman of Ellsworth and Michael Archer of Franklin, Sean has been a member of the indoor and outdoor track team. He has been enrolled at HCTC for the past 2 years in the Culinary Arts program. He will be continuing those studies at Eastern Maine Community College this fall. Leah Elizabeth Nerese Leach. Daughter of David and Megan Leach of Steuben and sister of Jacob Leach, Leah has participated in volleyball, basketball, as well as indoor and outdoor track. We also had the pleasure of her working with us last summer as part of the custodial staff. She is a hard worker and we have relied upon her many times this year to help us when we needed an extra hand. Leah will be entering Eastern Connecticut State University with a major in art with a goal of working in interior design one day. It's not official yet. At this time, we will turn to the traditional turning of the tassel led by our class marshal, Ashley Church. Oh, she's coming. She's coming. Ladies and gentlemen, let me present to you the Sumner Memorial High School graduating class of 2018. We kindly ask that all guests remain seated and enjoy the recessional as our graduates exit the Clint Ritchie Gymnasium as the newest group of graduates from Sumner. Please join me in one final round of applause for these graduates.